unlock Capricorn's prosperity in 2025 with lucky colors to attract wealth and success. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to glide through life effortlessly, attracting wealth, clarity, and peace, while others, no matter how hard they work, seem stuck in a loop of resistance and frustration? What if the answer isn't just in what they do, but in the energy they surround themselves with? What if something as subtle as the color of your clothes, home, or even your notebook silently shaped your destiny? Welcome to Zodiac Whisper, where ancient wisdom meets modern mastery. And today, we're unlocking a secret that most Capricorns overlook. But once you understand it, your entire 2025 could transform. This isn't just about picking lucky colors for fun. It's about learning how black becomes your shield, navy your compass, and silver your silent evolution, each one amplifying the power already within you. You'll discover how specific colors regulate your nervous system, ground your ambition, and help you rise without burnout. We'll also explore the colors you should avoid, those seductive but unstable tones that might be draining your energy without you even knowing. And stay with me because near the end of this video, I'll reveal how your daily rituals from wardrobe to workspace can be fine-tuned using a color compass that aligns directly with your soul's blueprint. This isn't about trends, this is about vibration, precision, energetic sovereignty. And trust me, you're not just going to hear colors differently after today. You're going to feel them, live them, and use them to unlock the prosperity already waiting for you. Before we dive into the alchemy of each color, do me a favor. Give this video a like, share it with a fellow Capricorn, and hit subscribe. We're on a mission to help more souls like you turn energy into abundance, and your support helps this message reach those who need it most. Are you ready to step into your color-coded destiny? Let's begin. Capricorn's core frequencies, understanding the soul behind the sign. Capricorn is more than a zodiac sign. It's a legacy written into the bones of the earth, silent, enduring, and unshakable. To understand Capricorn is to peer behind the veil of ambition and see the quiet pulse of discipline, the hunger for mastery, and the solemn pact they make with time. Ruled by Saturn, the stern teacher of the cosmos, Capricorn's life is rarely about shortcuts or lucky breaks. Saturn doesn't grant rewards freely. It waits, it watches, and when the time is right, it delivers, but only to those who have endured the climb. That's where Capricorn thrives. While others chase lightning, Capricorn builds the tower to catch it. This earth sign vibrates at a frequency grounded in reality. Think of it as the slow hum of mountain rock beneath your feet, the feeling of granite beneath pressure, not yielding but becoming more substantial with time. The Capricorn soul isn't interested in surface-level success. It's about permanence, about legacy, about making sure what they build today will stand long after they're gone. Many mistake their quiet demeanor for coldness, but the truth is, Capricorn is deeply emotional, just not in ways that scream for attention. Their emotions run like underground rivers, shaping landscapes over time. Their love, loyalty, and drive are all deep, methodical, and often invisible to the untrained eye. And yet, they shape everything. Because Capricorn is an earth sign, stability is their sanctuary. They don't thrive in chaos. They seek clarity, structure, and purpose. The world might spin wildly, but Capricorn will always try to find the center, not for comfort, but for power. There's strength in silence, in patience, in the choice to build instead of react. They're also ruled by the cardinal modality, which means they're initiators. Capricorn starts unlike Taurus, who sustains, or Virgo, who refines. But they begin differently, not from excitement, but from vision. They see the end from the beginning. Like an architect walking through a field and imagining a skyscraper, Capricorn doesn't just dream. They plan, calculate, and endure. At their best, they are like Saturn, slow, majestic, unwavering. They're the CEOs, the strategists, the builders of systems, both literal and metaphorical. They measure success not by applause, but by what remains standing after the noise fades. But what makes Capricorn's frequency unique is its harmony with resistance. While others may bend or flee when obstacles arise, Capricorn almost welcomes them. They understand that diamonds are only formed under immense pressure, and if they must walk through the fire, they'll do it, not with complaints, but with conviction. Each setback becomes a stepping stone, Each delay is a lesson in grace. It's not that they don't feel fear, they do. But their relationship with fear is different. They respect it, study it. Then the internal scaffolding required to move beyond it will be built. It's this quiet confrontation with discomfort that forges their resilience. Capricorns often feel like they were born into responsibility, the oldest sibling, the quiet child who took on more than they were supposed to, the young adult who never allowed themselves to fail. But beneath that stoicism is a soft desire to be seen, not for what they do, but for who they are. To have someone understand that their armor is not for vanity, but for survival. When aligned, the Capricorn frequency is magnetic. It pulls people into its gravity with integrity, vision, and unwavering presence. It doesn't need to be loud, it needs to be consistent. And in a world full of quick wins and instant gratification, Capricorn remains the guardian of slow, sacred success. So if you're a Capricorn listening now, or if you love one, know this. You are not here to rush. You are here to rise, slowly, steadily, powerfully, just like the mountain you were born to climb. Black, the armor of inner strength and silent power. There's something about the color black that speaks before words are formed. It walks into a room and doesn't ask for attention. It commands it through noise and presence. For Capricorn, black isn't just a color. It's a frequency, one that resonates deeply with their soul's architecture. Black is the quiet rebellion in a world that often confuses brightness with power. It doesn't beg to be understood. It simply is. And this shade becomes more than style for Capricorn, ruled by Saturn, sculpted by time, built from Earth. It becomes survival. Black represents boundaries, and Capricorns know the value of those. They draw them like architects lay blueprints with purpose. Because their energy is not infinite and their goals are too sacred to waste on distraction, black shields them from chaos. It says, "This is where I end and the world begins." But deeper still, black holds space for introspection. For the moments when Capricorn retreats, not in fear, but in strategy. When they sit with themselves and sift through layers of doubt and desire, black, like the night sky, allows the stars of their ambition to shine more clearly. It's a canvas, not a void. Throughout history, black has been worn by those who understand power is not about being seen, but about being felt. Napoleon Bonaparte, a master of discipline and vision, often dressed in black. Not for aesthetics, but for influence. In key public moments, Michelle Obama chose black to radiate authority wrapped in elegance. These choices weren't accidental. They were statements. And Capricorn gets that, because when you are building a legacy, even the smallest detail becomes intentional. In the workplace, a Capricorn wearing black isn't just dressing. They're setting the tone. Whether it's a coat, a tailored suit, or a simple watch band, the message is clear. I know where I'm going, and I don't need to prove it. It helps them enter rooms where big decisions are made with a sense of self-assurance that speaks louder than introductions. At home, black isn't cold, it's grounding. A dark leather chair by the window, a matte black desk in a sunlit corner. These aren't just decor choices, they're sanctuaries. Places where focus sharpens and noise falls away. Where Capricorn can breathe, plan, and move forward in peace. Spiritually, black is also misunderstood. Many cultures associate it with endings, but it truly represents potential, the moment before the seed breaks through the soil, the space between inhale and exhale. In Buddhist practice, black is the color of deep meditation, where the mind sheds illusion and touches truth. That's Capricorn's terrain. They don't fear death, they live in it. Psychologically, black helps Capricorn regulate. It simplifies. It removes the excess. And for a sign so often burdened by responsibility, this simplicity isn't just welcome, it's essential. Black gives their mind room to think, to breathe, to recalibrate. But black also challenges them. It asks, are you hiding or are you harnessing? And Capricorn, if aligned, uses black not as a mask, but as armor. Armor that doesn't hide weakness, but protects strength. In relationships, someone drawn to black might seem distant, but for Capricorn, its vulnerability is veiled in strength. They want to be loved not for how brightly they shine, but for how fiercely they stand, especially when no one's watching. Black holds that complexity. It lets them be strong and soft, ambitious and afraid, and it allows others in, not easily, but meaningfully. Ultimately, black is not a retreat, it's a return to self, to the steady heartbeat of ambition, to the quiet confidence that doesn't need applause to feel real. It is the color that whispers, "I've been through fire, and I chose to become steel." For Capricorn in 2025, black will be more than fashionable, it will be foundational. The meetings, the milestones, the meditations, it's all written in the energy of this color. Worn with intention, black becomes a tool, a trigger, a declaration. A reminder that in silence, there is strength, and in stillness, power waits patiently to rise. Navy blue, the calm commander of clarity and prosperity. If black is Capricorn's armor, then navy blue is their compass. It doesn't shout, it doesn't sparkle, but it knows exactly where it's going, and that quiet confidence makes it powerful. For Capricorn, a sign that thrives on clarity, direction, and depth, navy blue becomes not just a color, but a trusted companion in the journey toward purpose. There's something about navy that mirrors the ocean at dusk, a vastness that holds both mystery and wisdom. It doesn't overwhelm, it invites. It offers calm, but beneath that calm is profound depth. And that, in many ways, is Capricorn's emotional landscape, composed on the surface yet layered with unspoken intention. Ruled by Saturn and grounded in Earth, Capricorn's path is rarely spontaneous. They are planners, builders, and visionaries of the long game. But even visionaries need stillness. And that's what navy blue offers, a space to pause, reflect, and regain inner equilibrium. When the world demands action, the navy reminds them that wisdom begins in silence. Historically, navy blue has been the color of leadership, not just in uniform, but in energy. Winston Churchill, who led Britain through its darkest hours, often wore navy to convey both strength and control. Not dominance, but direction. Not chaos, but clarity. His choices were deliberate, and so were Capricorn's. They don't wear navy because it's stylish. They wear it because it aligns with who they are, measured, composed, and fiercely capable. In modern times, Kate Middleton, the Princess of Wales, has also embraced navy blue as her signature tone. Whether attending global summits or walking through charity halls, her presence at Aviavi evokes grace without needing extravagance. That's the Capricorn way. Refined, but rooted. Elegant, but effective. For Capricorn professionals, the navy is the secret weapon. A blazer in this hue can shift how people perceive them. Less rigid, more receptive, still grounded but open to dialogue. It softens the edges of ambition, making space for collaboration without sacrificing leadership. In meetings, interviews, or high-stakes decisions, the navy becomes the color of trusted authority. But navy isn't just for the boardroom. It belongs in the quiet corners of their life. The journals where goals are mapped out, the mugs that hold morning rituals, the throws draped over the back of a reading chair. In a shade like navy, these simple accents bring coherence to their inner world. They act as reminders that even in rest, purpose can exist. From a spiritual perspective, navy blue holds significance across traditions. In Buddhist teachings, the deep blue sky under which the Buddha meditated symbolizes limitless awareness. Navy reflects that expanse, the space where thoughts slow down and truth becomes clear. In that sense, the navy becomes a meditative anchor for Capricorn. It invites them to step away from constant striving and into a conscious presence. There's also a psychological reason why the navy soothes Capricorn's energy. It creates structure without rigidity. It encourages introspection without isolation. It allows Capricorn to feel in control but not confined. And in a year like 2025, where the pace of the world only accelerates, that inner structure becomes crucial. Because if Capricorn isn't careful, they can drown out their expectations. They can push too hard, stretch too far, and forget to breathe. Navy steps in as a gentle reminder. Your success is not just about how high you climb, but how deeply you're rooted in your values. It says, lead, but don't lose yourself. Aim high, but stay grounded. Navy also aligns with one of Capricorn's most beautiful traits, emotional maturity. They don't react impulsively, they absorb, they assess, and then they respond. Wearing navy or surrounding themselves with it strengthens that response mechanism. It helps them communicate with words and energy, calm, intentional, and steady. Ultimately, navy blue isn't just a color Capricorn wears. It's a state of being, a declaration of trust in their timing. In a world that rewards urgency, the navy is the pause that strengthens the next step. It's the deep breath before the breakthrough. And for Capricorn, that breath might be their most prepotent all year. Silver gray, the elegance of adaptation and creative alchemy. If black is Capricorn's strength and navy their compass, silver gray is their evolution. It's the bridge between their extreme, never loud, yet always poised. For Capricorn, silver gray speaks to something sacred, the ability to change without losing oneself, to adapt, not react, to endure but with elegance. Silver gray holds an energy that's often overlooked. In a world obsessed with boldness, gray is quiet, almost invisible. But don't mistake its subtlety for weakness. It's in that restraint that actual sophistication lives. And Capricorn, more than any other sign, knows the value of refinement over noise. They don't need flash, they need focus. They don't crave attention, they crave impact. This color embodies maturity, not because it's plain, but because it honors nuance. Life, after all, isn't black and white. It's a spectrum of choices, of paths taken and paths abandoned. Silver gray reflects that reality. It mirrors the way Capricorn moves through the world, thoughtfully, deliberately, with an awareness of every ripple their decisions might cause. There's also something deeply alchemical about this shade. In Japanese philosophy, Kintsugi's art compares broken pottery with gold or silver. The cracks aren't hidden, they're highlighted, not as flaws, but as part of the piece's history. Silver gray is that kind of beauty. It's not perfection, it's transformation. Capricorn doesn't shy away from pressure or pain. They work through it. They learn from it. They build something more substantial because of it. And silver gray becomes a symbol of that internal process. It's what you wear when you've been through the storm and come out with quieter eyes, steadier hands, and deeper understanding. In the modern world, few people have embodied this energy like Steve Jobs. The clean silver finishes of Apple's devices weren't just a design choice. They were a statement, sleek, minimal, intelligent. He wasn't selling gadgets. He offered an experience, an innovation ecosystem wrapped in a shell of pure, focused intention. Capricorn energy in motion. Silver gray offers clarity and creativity for those walking the Capricorn path in 2025. It helps strip away the distractions of excess and leaves room for original thought. It doesn't scream for space. It creates it. Whether in the silver frame of a mirror you meditate in front of, or the smooth gray pages of a journal where you write your plans, the color becomes a companion in your pursuit of meaningful progress. Even in fashion, silver gray says more with less. A tailored suit in this tone doesn't beg for praise. It earns it. It shows that you're not trying to impress, you're here to contribute. It softens the armor without weakening the intent. In this shade, Capricorn shows up as both architect and artist, organized but open, measured yet inspired. Spiritually, silver gray also connects to the realm of wisdom. In many traditions, gray hair is revered not as a sign of age, but of experience. It's the crown of one who has lived, failed, risen, and learned. It's not youthful energy, it's earned energy. Capricorn resonates with that deeply. They don't chase fast results, they craft legacies. However, its neutrality makes silver gray most magical for Capricorn. This color offers emotional flexibility in a year that may challenge their plans or reshape their structures. It permits us to pause without guilt, to pivot without shame, to rest without losing momentum. And that kind of grace, that's the true mark of mastery. Success isn't just about pushing H. Sometimes it's about adjusting your stance, taking a breath, and reassessing the landscape. Letting go of what no longer fits. Silver gray is the shade that holds that space for Capricorn, the in-between where new blueprints are born. In 2025, this color invites Capricorn to embrace its evolution, to see their past not as baggage, but as a blueprint, to view every setback as raw material, and to remember that the most potent structures are not built in haste, but in harmony with who they've become. Chaos in colors. Why Capricorn should avoid bright temptations. For Capricorn, the pursuit of clarity is not optional, it's instinct. They crave focus like others crave novelty. They build systems where others chase sparks. And while bright colors may dazzle the world, to Capricorn they can feel like static, noise that pulls them away from their center. It's not that Capricorn lacks boldness, quite the opposite. Their boldness is internal. It's strategic, intentional, rooted in time-tested values, not momentary thrill. This is why something dissonant happens when Capricorns surround themselves with high-frequency shades, neon reds, blazing yellows, or electric pinks. The foundation shakes. the silence is interrupted, the vision blurs. These bright, hyper-stimulating colors are often linked to spontaneity, expression, and quick emotional highs. But Capricorn isn't built for emotional highs, they're designed for sustainable growth. Their nervous system isn't wired to thrive in environments of excess stimulation. Instead of inspiration, these colors may trigger overstimulation, anxiety, restlessness, or worse, misalignment. Take red, for example. A powerful color often tied to passion, courage, and assertiveness. It works beautifully for fire signs that burn fast and loud. But for Capricorn, red can feel like an emotional ambush. It ignites urgency when Capricorn prefers patience. It fuels confrontation when Capricorn needs calculation. It can work in doses, perhaps a tie, a lipstick, a system in excess. It puts their internal compass. Bright yellow is another deceiving shade. On the surface, it represents joy and optimism. But for Capricorn, that brightness can feel artificial, almost performative. It creates a pressure to smile, accelerate, and stay up. And Capricorn doesn't live up. They live deep. They live real. When surrounded by too much yellow, they can feel emotionally displaced, like they're standing under a spotlight they never asked for. Hot pink? While playful and electric, it evokes an openness that can feel too vulnerable for Capricorn's naturally reserved nature. It's not that they fear emotion, they prefer to understand it privately, away from the crowd, in the safety of solitude. Loud pink shouts when Capricorn prefers to whisper. Even orange, the color of creativity and social warmth, can tip the balance. Its fiery energy doesn't just light up a room, it consumes it. Capricorn, who finds stability in stillness, may feel pushed to perform in ways that don't align with their truth. They begin reacting instead of responding. And the minute Capricorn starts reacting, they lose the one thing they guard most: control. Color has always been more than aesthetic. It's vibrational. And energy matters for a sign ruled by Saturn, the slow, disciplined planet of karmic law. If Capricorn builds their life like a sacred structure, then every color is a brick. And no architect would use neon in a cathedral. This isn't about avoiding joy, it's about refining it. Capricorns can embrace beauty, celebration, and lightness, but it must be curated. Consider muted tones of rose instead of hot pink, earthy mustard over piercing yellow, deep maroons rather than candy reds. These alternatives maintain emotional warmth without hijacking their energetic flow. Ultimately, Capricorn's power lies in restraint, in knowing what not to choose. In resisting the need to follow trends, they should honor what supports their nervous system, focus, and vision. Bright colors might excite, but they rarely endure. And Capricorn is not here for the temporary. They're here to build something lasting. In a world that celebrates speed and spectacle, choosing muted over manic is a quiet revolution. It's choosing alignment over applause. It's trusting that real vibrancy doesn't come from brightness, it comes from depth. For Capricorn, staying true to that principle means staying on the path and being empowered. And more importantly, staying at peace. Ancient wisdom, modern practice, lessons from Buddha, Christ, and the Stoics. Capricorn's soul has always felt older than its years. It carries an ancient memory, a quiet pull toward responsibility, mastery, and purpose. While the modern world measures value in speed and noise, Capricorn leans instinctively toward structure and stillness, toward the sacred. And that holy instinct finds deep resonance in the voices of ancient wisdom. Buddha taught that suffering arises from attachment. We are not defined by what we gain, but by how we let go. Capricorn, ruled by Saturn, the planet of karmic law and life's more challenging lessons, often learns this truth the long way. They don't take shortcuts, they endure. But even as they build empires, they must learn to release control over outcomes. To build, yes, but not cling. To lead without losing themselves in expectation. There's something deeply Capricornian in the Buddha's life itself. He was a prince who walked away from power, not in rebellion, but in search of truth. He found it not in wealth or status, but under a tree, in silence. He sat, he waited, he faced his mind, and in that stillness, awakened. Capricorn too often finds their awakening not through applause, but through retreat, through a winter of the soul, a season where ambition gives way to awareness. From another tradition, Christ's life speaks to Capricorn in a different frequency. It is not just a spiritual teacher, but also a symbol of quiet strength. His journey was not about domination, it was about discipline. 40 days in the desert, endless hours healing others without recognition, a life lived in service to something bigger. Capricorn understands this kind of leadership, kind that demands sacrifice, the kind that chooses mission over comfort, and yet Christ also modeled humility. The willingness to kneel, to wash the feet of those who followed. That balance between authority and compassion is the very tension Capricorn must learn to hold. Then there are the Stoics, Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus. Philosophers who believed in personal responsibility, emotional mastery, and integrity above all. They didn't reject suffering, they studied it. They prepared for loss, not out of pessimism, but clarity. They believed that a good life wasn't one free of hardship, but one lived in alignment with virtue. Their teachings echo Capricorn's inner dialogue. When faced with pressure, Capricorn doesn't collapse. They pause, they assess, they act with dignity. "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be," wrote Marcus Aurelius. "Be one." That could be Capricorn's mantra. Action over approval, legacy over likes, living from the inside out, not the outside in. What unites all these traditions is not religion. It's rhythm, a rhythm of responsibility, of surrender, of vision anchored in patience. They teach that true wealth is not what you possess, but what you withstand with grace. That success without a soul is hollow, and that time is not your enemy, but your teacher. For Capricorn, these voices are not abstract. They are blueprints. In the face of chaos, return to structure. In the face of fear, return to discipline. In the face of ego, return to service. Let your strength be quiet. Let your presence speak louder than your performance. In 2025, Capricorn will be called to lead in new ways, not through control but clarity. Not noise, but with presence. And these ancient teachings offer a mirror, a reminder that the soul of a mountain is forged not in ease but in endurance. That silence is not weakness, it's a doorway to wisdom. And that the most potent structures ever built are the ones that align heaven with earth. Capricorn doesn't just build for now, they build forever. And when they lead with the soul, not just the strategy, they don't just succeed, they ascend. From wardrobe to workspace, how to infuse your life with abundance colors. Capricorn doesn't just want meaning, they want method. They crave systems that work, routines that serve purpose, and environments that reflect intention. Philosophy is powerful, but only when it can be lived. And for a sign so deeply wired for results, the question eventually becomes, how do I turn all this wisdom into action? The answer begins in their space. Color is energy, and energy lives everywhere. On your walls, in your closet, across the desk where you build your future. It's not just about what you wear, but what surrounds you while you work, dream, and make decisions. For Capricorn, curating color isn't aesthetic, it's strategy, a tool for enhancing clarity, discipline, and prosperity from the inside out. Start with the wardrobe. Clothing is the first layer of energy we choose each day. For Capricorn, black isn't just classic, it's calibrating. A black blazer or dress isn't about style points, but focus. It anchors attention inward. It tells the world, I came to contribute, not to compete. Wearing black on days with heavy mental or emotional load creates a container for inner strength. It minimizes distraction and amplifies authority. Then comes navy blue, the equilibrium tone. A navy suit for meetings, a deep blue scarf when traveling, even navy workout gear for the gym. It all tells the subconscious, we are steady, we are moving forward. Navy helps regulate Capricorn's emotional pressure without dulling its edge. It brings a sense of control that feels earned rather than forced. Silver gray belongs in Capricorn's transitional days, those times when change is near but unclear. A soft gray sweater when mapping out a new project, a pair of silver cufflinks on a presentation day. These small choices reflect a more profound alchemy, embracing transformation not with resistance but with grace. And don't overlook the workspace. Capricorn spends more time at their desk than most signs. That space is sacred. It's where blueprints become buildings. A black desk chair isn't just ergonomic. It signals structure. A navy planner, mental clarity. A silver desk lamp, creative refinement. Surroundings matter because they either align with or dilute your mission. Consider the lighting. Harsh white lights can scatter Capricorn's energy. Instead, use warm bulbs with silver finishes. Let the illumination echo what Capricorn does best. Make hard work feel composed and meaningful. Add in textures, matte blacks, brushed metals, soft gray linens. These don't just look cohesive, they feel grounding. Like a visual mantra repeating, keep going, you're building something that matters. Even accents have energy. A navy ceramic cup for your morning coffee. A silver pen when signing contracts. A framed quote in black ink on white paper, reminding you daily that legacy is built one moment at a time. These aren't just objects. They're tools of alignment, touch points between your internal discipline and the external environment you shape. Color can also be scheduled. Mondays, black for strength. Tuesdays, navy for direction. Wednesdays, gray for flow. Thursdays, earth tones for grounding. Fridays, white or cream for reset and reflection. Over time, these associations become rituals. They create rhythm. And for Capricorn, rhythm is everything. Even when traveling, bring a touchstone. A black notebook, a navy scarf, a silver bracelet, something that connects you to your higher intention in unfamiliar spaces. These subtle acts of energetic continuity help Capricorn stay rooted no matter where they are. But the most important space of all is the inner one. Meditation isn't always about silence. It can be visual. Picture yourself surrounded by black when you need protection, bathed in navy when you need wisdom, and wrapped in silver when you seek clarity through change. The imagination is a canvas, and Capricorn can use it as skillfully as any artist. Ultimately, infusing life with these colors isn't about superstition, but coherence. You become unstoppable when your wardrobe reflects your values, your space reflects your vision, and your rituals reflect your rhythm. You stop chasing alignment and start living it. Capricorn doesn't need clutter. They need clarity. They don't need loud affirmations. They need environments that quietly say, I see you, I support you, keep building. And when every corner of your life echoes that message, you don't just attract success, you embody it. The Color Compass. Daily rituals for a wealth-driven Capricorn in 2025. For Capricorn, routine is more than a habit, a sacred contract with their higher self. While other signs might resist structure, Capricorn is built for it. They don't just live in time, they master it. But in 2025, success won't be achieved by discipline alone. It will require energetic awareness. Nothing aligns with energy like ritual, especially when infused with intention and color. Imagine color as a compass, not just for what to wear or decorate with, but for how to move through your day, your decisions, and your dreams. Each shade becomes a frequency, and when you choose it with mindfulness, it subtly guides you, nudging your mood, sharpening your focus, fortifying your inner world. Let's begin where every Capricorn feels most empowered, the morning. Black is your foundation, not just in clothing, but in energy. Begin the day with 5 minutes of silence, no phone, no to-do list. Sit still in a dark robe or under a weighted black blanket. Feel the steadiness of the color around you. Black grounds your intentions before the world can interrupt. It reminds you that strength begins in stillness. Then move into navy blue. As you transition into the workday, surround yourself with navy-toned objects, your notebook, screen background, and the pen you use to map the day's tasks. The navy brings direction without urgency. It whispers one step at a time. You've got this. Schedule your most strategic or mentally intense tasks during these navy hours between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. when your mind is most evident and your drive sharpest. By early afternoon, the rhythm shifts. This is when distractions creep in. When clarity begins to waver, enter silver gray. Around 2 to 4 p.m., wear a soft gray scarf or sweater, switch your screensaver to a fabulous silver palette, and even sip from a gray ceramic mug. These are subtle anchors, but their effect is profound. They ease tension, they hold the line, they create space to recalibrate without losing momentum. Even your workspace can be mapped this way. The left side of your desk is black, where your long-term vision lives. The center for navy, where strategy unfolds. The right for silver gray, where reflection and creative solutions emerge. This visual division transforms your desk from a tool into a temple. Then there's the wardrobe schedule. Monday becomes your black day, your power reset. Tuesday is navy, your action and focus zone. Wednesday leans into silver gray, your refinement day. Thursday can bring grounded neutrals like taupe or deep green, colors that reconnect you to the earth. Wear white or soft ivory on Friday to release the week, cleanse your energy, and prepare for renewal. On weekends, let color become a ritual. Saturday can be a creation day. Surround yourself with soft silver as you dream, write, or plan. Light a candle with a matte black base. Journal not from a place of fixing, but of visioning. Then, on Sunday, give yourself space to be simply. Wear soft gray loungewear. Read under a navy throw. Let your home, your body, and your mind exhale. You can also align color with moon phases. New moons, black for inner alignment and deep intention setting. Full moons, silver for reflection and emotional insight. Waxing phases, navy for forward movement. Waning phases, gray for letting go. And perhaps most powerfully, incorporate breath. Each morning, close your eyes and inhale the energy of black. Strength, stillness, protection. Exhale fear. Midday, inhale navy. Clarity, direction, calm authority. Exhale self-doubt. Evening, inhale silver. Evolution, forgiveness, graceful transformation. Exhale judgment. This is your color comp, a daily system of superstition but of self-mastery. Because Capricorn doesn't follow trends, they design frameworks. They don't guess their way to success, they structure it. And when these color rituals are lived, not just learned, something remarkable happens. Your days begin to feel cleaner. Your energy is sharper. Your space is calmer. Not because life gets easier, but because you get more apparent. You move with the rhythm. You build with presence. You live in harmony with the frequencies that have always belonged to you. So as you step into 2025, remember that your rituals are your roots, and color is the compass that brings them to life. Let it guide you, not just to productivity, but to power. Not just to structure, but to the soul. So now you know, color isn't just a matter of taste, it's a matter of transformation. Throughout this journey, we explored how black grounds your strength, how navy refines your focus, and how silver invites evolution. We uncovered the colors that align with your soul's architecture and those that quietly erode your clarity. And we discovered that how you dress, work, and design your environment isn't just style, strategy. But here's the truth. Insight alone changes nothing. It's what you do next that rewrites the path ahead. My advice to you, Capricorn, don't just use these colors once and forget them. Weave them into your rituals. Let your mornings be wrapped in silence and black. Let your highest ambitions walk with you in the Avi. Let your moments of growth and surrender shimmer in silver. Use your environment to echo your essence. Not who the world expects you to be, but who you've always been. And I'll be honest with you, this isn't just something I teach. It's something I live. Every word I've shared with you today came from experience, experimentation, and years of learning to align not just my calendar, but my energy. I've seen firsthand how color shifted my clarity, deepened my presence, and helped me manifest results not just faster, but with peace. Now it's your turn. If this message spoke to your soul, if you found even one moment of clarity or empowerment today, please like this video, subscribe to Zodiac Whisper, and share it with someone you know ready to awaken their power. It helps this channel grow, yes, but more importantly, it allows this light to reach those still in the dark. And remember, you were never here to blend in. You were born to design a life that reflects your inner kingdom, color by sacred color. Until next time, stay grounded, stay intentional, stay radiant.